Everyone to West Bay. Sorry I'm not going to be here for the field trips. I thought I'd do a little video so that we could all get an idea of what was going on before we get there. So here we are in West Bay. Little panorama for me please. Okay, moving around. That's West Bay over there. Back on me please. So West Bay is located in Dorset. It's on the south coast of England and it's along the Jurassic coastline. In this direction, which is west, we can go along to Lyme Regis and then towards Devon and Cornwall. In this direction, this is going the other way, we go in the direction of Weymouth along the south coast, and that is the east. So here we've got a nice little coastal town, and I'll jump down over here. It used to be a fishing town, and now the main sort of thing that goes on is tourism. We've got a little harbour here which has been developed in the last 10 years to protect it a little bit more. We've got a caravan site behind this residential area here. We've got a few shops. Looking in the distance, we've got Bridport, and out of the back of here we've got a nice little river estuary which is an ecosystem. Thinking a little bit about the geology on this side, so we're talking about the land, we have got lots of clays, very soft material, and we can see a little bit there, they're slumping down a little bit, very easily eroded. On this side we've got harder but still reasonably soft sandstone forming some very steep cliffs, and these are separated here by a fault, and this fault has allowed the river to come through and has made this area a really nice little port. If we turn around over here please, we can see the sea. Okay, in that direction, huge fetch all the way to Brazil, absolutely massive, thousands of miles. We get very strong winds here and we can have some serious waves occurring on this particular coastline. So, in terms of your field trip, you now know a little bit about where we are in the study. The purpose of this study is to look at the threats that are caused by physical processes. Now, these physical processes may be erosion from destructive waves in the sea, or they may be subaerial processes like weathering or mass movement. In terms of the threats they may cause, we're looking at how it might affect people and the environment. So firstly, if we think about the environment, how are the physical processes changing it? Are they creating beaches like maybe we can see in the distance either different way, or are they producing cliffs? Are they causing erosion or deposition? Are we seeing longshore drift? Are they threatening ecosystems and the shape of the land? In terms of people, are they making it difficult for people to live here? Are they threatening the houses? Are they potentially eroding the land and we're getting a loss of land? Are they therefore as well affecting the tourism or the industry in the area? So we're going to have a little look at those different things. So what you need to do is you first of all need to identify when you come here what are the physical processes that are acting on this particular coastline. I can tell you right now that they are waves and erosion. That's a real big process, and then also our subaerial processes such as weathering, and we're talking about things like freeze thaw and frost shattering and saltation and vegetation, all of those breaking down the cliffs higher above the wave action, and mass movement like slumping and landslides. Then you need to think, how does that threaten the physical environment and the human environment? So how does it alter the land and how does it affect people? And we will see that. And then finally you want to have a little bit look at, has anything been done to try and reduce the impacts of the threats? Now, we are stood on an absolutely massive big sea wall here and a harbour wall. This harbour has been put in place to protect the harbour here from physical processes, that sea over there. That has already been put in place. Over here we have sea wall, riprap, groins and beach replenishment that have been put in place to protect these houses from the physical processes that are acting upon this coastline. In the distance we've got cliff pinning, cliff drainage and vegetation planting, which have all been put in place over there to hold the cliffs together and prevent the threat of mass movement and weathering. So actually in this particular location a lot of things have been done to protect the area from the physical threats. So if we think in conclusion about what we're going to look at here, we're going to see that yes, physical processes, erosion, mass movement and subaerial processes are threatening and changing the physical and human environment here. However, a lot of money has been spent on sea defences to prevent these threats causing real impact and lots of financial losses. So, as a result, we can conclude that actually, although there's a lot of threats to this area, because of the management that's here, there is much less threats here than there was. And if we look down the coast, areas where there are no management taking place, the threat of the physical processes is much greater, and therefore they are at a greater risk. Have a nice time.